Your brother isn't who you thought. God is removing the mask. He smiled in your face but prayed you'd fall. God saw what he did with your name in secret. Your bloodline carries betrayal, but God carries truth. The betrayal didn't begin with strangers. It started with your brother. He borrowed your light and blamed you for the shadows. God waited for the silence to reveal what your brother hid. It wasn't the enemy, it was your brother in disguise. Heaven is exposing the one who grew up beside you. His loyalty ended where your blessings began. You gave him your trust. He gave it to your enemies. God is separating the false family from your future. The backstab came with a familiar voice. He stood behind you to measure where to strike. His silence has always said more than his support. God will not let you carry what your brother caused. What you're feeling isn't confusion, it's revelation. The same one who hugged you carried the blade. Heaven heard your brother call you what he denied in daylight. He called you sibling, but envied your soul. The love was never pure. God saw it first. They tried to steal your destiny through someone who shared your blood. Even Cain knew how to look innocent. You forgave him. He fed your secrets to wolves. God waited for the exact moment to expose him. Your tears baptized the betrayal. He wore your pain like a badge he earned. You wondered who cursed you. His hands weren't clean. God is pulling every root of deception from your family tree. He didn't betray you by accident. What was spoken behind your back will soon echo publicly. He kept your pain in his pocket like a weapon. The Spirit kept warning you. You just called it loyalty. Your heart always knew. Your hope kept denying it. He never hated you. He hated your resilience. What was meant to bind you has begun to break. He was raised with you, but wasn't raised for you. The enemy entered through the back door. Your brother let him in. He didn't lose you. He lost access to grace. Family ties don't override divine truth. God let it hurt so you'd finally see. That shift in him wasn't random. You were loyal to someone who took notes for your downfall. What you gave in love, he recorded in pride. You weren't paranoid. You were prophetic. Your discernment is a gift. His betrayal is confirmation. He wanted what you carried, not who you were. The room felt colder when he entered. That was your sign. The truth has been knocking. God just broke the door down. If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Comment your favorite quote and subscribe for more. God isn't exposing him to hurt you, but to heal you. What he hid will scream in daylight. Your silence covered him. God's voice will uncover him. His secrets have reached the ears of heaven. The storm you survived was sent by his silence. He prayed for your breakthrough, then resented it. Not every brother is chosen by blood. Some are chosen by God. He was sent to protect you. He sold you instead. Your heart was loyal. His motives were not. His praise was performance. God heard the truth. What you thought was support was surveillance. His love expired when you stopped needing him. He stood beside you, but never stood for you. You loved blindly. God is opening your eyes now. His loyalty ends at your spotlight. Heaven heard him say, "Why not me?" You were carrying him. He was cursing you. He was never clapping. He was calculating. You thought it was just distance. It was divine separation. Even wolves were familiar voices. You protected him. He exposed you. He blamed you for the favor he never honored. God is defending the part of you that still wanted to trust him. That heaviness isn't grief, it's revelation. You saw the signs, but love made you look away. He thought you'd never wake up to the truth. Your tears will become the proof of his undoing. The same bloodline, but not the same destiny. The war came through your own household. He wore your kindness like a crown. God is removing what looks like family but acts like an enemy. He learned your patterns. Now, he mimics your pain. You forgave him. He misused your mercy. That coldness wasn't seasonal. It was spiritual. Heaven recorded everything he thought was hidden. The truth is not just painful, it's divine. You were the blessing he tried to bury. His love came with a loophole. What he prayed with his mouth, he poisoned with his heart. God is lifting the veil your grief couldn't tear. He didn't lose a sibling. He lost grace. You defended him in rooms he defamed you in. The betrayal didn't break you, it baptized you. God waited until your healing began to expose him. The same one who hugged you is now trembling before truth. The mask is falling. His silence after your storm was louder than words. God is separating what you wouldn't. You thought it was over. It's just beginning. Blood doesn't make him blameless. You were called. He was jealous. His resentment dressed up as loyalty. The truth hurts, but lies rot. He didn't support you. He studied your fall. The distance you feel is heaven building a boundary. You gave him love. He gave the enemy a map. God is restoring your name. He tried to erase it. You weren't paranoid. You were protected. God is making room for the truth to breathe. The hands that held you also held envy. You thought it was delay. It was divine defense. God is cleansing your family line with fire. You cried, why? Heaven whispered, look again. He turned your story into a script of mockery, but God turned it into prophecy. What you lost will return sevenfold. Without him, he was never covering you, only covering his tracks. You will heal, and he will answer. Every lie is now echoing in the spirit. He called you selfish, but he drank your overflow. His memory of you is fading in heaven's favor. You were an answer. He treated you like a burden. His betrayal awakened your calling. You didn't lose a brother. You gained revelation. The past you tried to bury is now resurrection. He used your trust like currency. He mocked your purpose in private. Your name is safe with heaven now. Every secret will surface. You were chosen to break the pattern. God is dismantling everything built on betrayal. He thinks he's hidden. He's already revealed. He tried to bury your voice. Heaven raised your echo. That tension at the dinner table? Prophetic alarm. His offense was never about you. It was about your freedom. He spoke of loyalty while leaking your wounds. He doesn't carry your memory. He carries his guilt. God saw when you said nothing. He weaponized your pain. God is weaponizing your truth. You didn't fall apart. You fell forward. He rehearsed your downfall with others. That sibling bond has expired in the spirit. What he mocked, God magnified. You are not the black sheep. You are the breakthrough. He didn't just betray you. He betrayed the calling on your name. God is erasing his access to your spirit. What's coming is not revenge, it's revelation. He wanted your crown, but not your cross. The truth has a pulse, and it's knocking now. If this touched your soul, don't scroll, comment your favorite quote, and subscribe for more. Your brother's silence was never innocent. God is unmasking the quiet things. He covered his tracks with loyalty. But heaven saw the betrayal. The one you defended was never defending you. Your brother prayed for your downfall while pretending to kneel for your healing. God whispered your name in the court of secrets. Your brother's name followed in chains. His hands looked clean. His heart reeked of envy. God didn't ignore what you didn't see. He delayed it until now. The betrayal didn't come from far. It wore your childhood laughter. What you called love, God called a layered lie. You grew up in the same house, but you weren't raised by the same truth. God saw what he said behind that closed door. He was smiling when he sent them after you. Your brother? He didn't protect your name. He sold it. Your pain began when you still trusted him. God waited until now because you're finally strong enough to know. He watched your blessings come and prayed storms over them. The knife was passed through blood. God will not let it pass again. Jealousy turned him into Judas. You thought it was your fault. It was never yours. He never thought you'd survive without him. That's why he tried to break you. A brother by name, a curse by intention. The room, he told them to search, had your innocence in it. God's wrath is not loud, but it never misses. His protection was a performance. God watched the rehearsals. His affection was a mask. God just tore it. Every time you cried, he whispered, "Good." You weren't paranoid. You were spiritually warned. His love was never unconditional. It was calculated. God is revealing the second life he lived behind your back. Even your tears made him feel superior. Your gifts were mirrors to his insecurities. You thought he was broken. God saw he was dangerous. He touched your future with hands soaked in jealousy. Blood isn't loyalty. God is. You were chosen. He was jealous. That's the whole story. Every joke he made was a truth wrapped in poison. He blamed you for his wounds. But God saw his hands. The spiritual attack came in your brother's handwriting. You weren't weak. You were betrayed by the one you'd die for. He prayed with you but plotted without you. You were never safe. God was your shield, not your sibling. His bitterness has expired. Heaven has sent truth to collect. He hated that they loved you. God is exposing who your brother became when no one watched. The one you called brother was competing with your destiny. God kept receipts. He's opening the book. You carried the guilt of his jealousy for too long. His love had strings. God's revelation will cut them. You tried to save him. He tried to end you. If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Comment your favorite quote and subscribe for more. God is not exposing to embarrass. You needed the truth to breathe again. The blessing he blocked is returning, but he won't be allowed near it. He didn't just break your trust. He borrowed your kindness to do it. God is restoring what his lies delayed. He never thought you'd heal. Now your light blinds him. You called it love. Heaven called it manipulation. Your destiny grew anyway, despite what he buried. His betrayal built the strength you'll need for this next chapter. You wanted family. He wanted control. There's a reason God stopped you from calling him. He saw your wounds and added salt. God saw it all. He didn't ruin you, he revealed himself. Even the angels wept when you forgave him too soon. What he meant for your ruin, God used to raise you. The silence you felt wasn't peace. It was hidden warfare. He celebrated your losses in secret. Your delay was not divine. It was designed by your brother's envy. His apology came late because his guilt was never real. God broke the illusion. Now you're free to see. He wasn't confused. He was committed to your collapse. There were no misunderstandings, only manipulation. He borrowed your light and blamed you when it burned him. You asked why God delayed. It was to reveal the saboteur beside you. You thought love could change him, but only exposure could save you. His prayers for you were curses in disguise. Even when you were weak, he saw you as a threat. God is exposing every conversation you were never meant to hear. The betrayal ran deeper than you dreamed. God saw the root. He smiled while watching them drag your name. The bond was sacred to you, but strategic to him. You loved him fully. He studied you carefully. The curse didn't begin with you. It passed through him. God is severing soul ties born in betrayal. The dream you lost was sabotaged by his jealousy. He wore your loyalty like a disguise. You didn't lose your brother. You lost the illusion of one. God didn't just expose him. He's removing what grew in his shadow. Every smile he gave had secrets in its spine. You wept at night. He slept in peace until now. You protected him with silence. God is answering with thunder. Your prayers are birthing judgment. Heaven never forgets tears. He didn't lose you. You outgrew the lie. His betrayal was loud in heaven long before it reached earth. The fire coming isn't to punish, it's to purify. You were never dramatic. You were spiritually discerning. He thought he buried you. He was planting a prophet. What he touched now belongs to God's justice. Your innocence isn't lost. It's been archived in heaven. He was the reason you lost years, but not purpose. The revelation will ache, but freedom always follows fire. The name you cherished is the one God is stripping. You begged God to save him. God chose to save you. His silence is screaming in the spirit now. He never outgrew the competition. He fed it. Every memory now aches because the truth walked in. He wore your loyalty like armor against his own guilt. He saw your dreams as threats, not beauty. He needed you broken to feel powerful. The darkness in him wasn't dormant, it was disguised. He didn't change. You finally saw, clearly, what you thought was love was emotional warfare. The protection you gave him is being returned to you, divinely amplified. God waited until you had the strength to walk away. He broke the bond. God is breaking the curse. He let strangers attack you while he watched in silence. The childhood he claims he betrayed with adult choices. He memorized your weaknesses, then weaponized them. You thought it was just tension. It was sabotage. He told them lies about you while pretending to pray for you. The bloodline is shifting. The lie can no longer survive. He called it love, but it tasted like control. What he did in the dark will echo in heaven's courts. You feel crazy because evil wore your brother's face. The pain made you question yourself. The truth will restore you. His hands touched your future like poison. You dreamed of reconciliation. He dreamed of revenge. The devil used him like a door. God is sealing it shut. He's not who you remember. God's revealing who he became. You weren't too sensitive. You were too spiritual to ignore the shift. He envied your light because it exposed his shadow. He left your heart bleeding and blamed the wound on you. You carried guilt for a crime he committed. What he's about to lose is justice, not punishment. The secrets are unraveling in divine order. You loved deeply. He lied deeply. God's exposure will not miss a word he spoke against you. If this touched your soul, don't scroll. Comment your favorite quote and subscribe for more.